Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Melanade Beauty. In today's video, I'm going to be creating a cat wall for my baby Cleo because he's always lonely. He's the only cat in my small apartment and he can't go outside. I also cannot create a catio on my balcony for him because of several reasons as a renter. So I just wanted to create something that he would be able to play on and have a little bit more stimulation throughout the day while I work my full-time job. So I wanted to create a wall dedicated to him that he can climb, play, eat, and nap on. I'm also going to add some decor elements so that way it's not just a boring wall with carpet shelves with no pizzazz. But first, let me show you the wall that I'll be working with. As a renter, yes, I have beige walls that I will need to prep before hanging anything due to damaged, scraped paint from previous hung artwork. And here are all the supplies that I'll be using. I have this long wooden board that I'll use as a cat scratching post. I also have this green grass carpet that will replicate grass on the shelves. Also have a leveler, wood screws, drywall screws, and anchors, wall shelf brackets, a drill gun, jute rope for the cat scratch posts, and some drill bits. You'll also need a measuring tape. To start off, I'm going to be cutting one of those shelves directly in half. These will be the first two steps that he will step on at the bottom of the wall. And I'm just going to be using my jigsaw to cut that. I recommend doing this outside, so don't be impatient like me and just do it in your living room. Now that made a clean cut, so I'm also going to be using some painter's tape as a measuring template so I know exactly where I want to place my shelves on the wall. This made it a lot much easier because I was hanging this pretty much by myself while Daniel watched from the sofa. I decided I wanted the shelves to have a staggered stepping design, and once I figured out that, I started to screw in my wall brackets. A lot of this wall is drywall, but I did run into a few studs, which was good for more security. And yeah, I just used some screws to hang that shelf onto the brackets. So here is the green grass turf grass-like carpet thingy from Lowe's. It was only $25 and it lasted a really long way because originally I purchased this for my entryway as a faux grass accent wall, and Cleo seemed to really enjoy the material, so I decided to use that to cover the top of the white shelves. So I just laid it out and cut around to create these templates for each shelf. Essentially, I was going for almost like an outdoor jungle look, so I thought the green material would work best other than working with the beige or gray carpeting that you most likely see people use with wood shelves. And I'm just using a staple gun to apply this material onto the shelves on the very edge. Is what it's starting to look like. The first two shelves hung at the bottom. I'm now going to repeat the hanging process with the other two shelves. So I was really supposed to prep the walls prior to hanging the shelves, but once again, I was impatient. So now I just covered the shelves with some craft paper so I can sand those walls and do some prep work. I'm using some 123 primer for the priming process. This will definitely help get an even texture since I'm not painting the entire wall. I also got a paint sample from Lowe's of the exact wall color that I have by just taking them a little piece chipped off, and they actually matched it to the T. I was really impressed. The only thing I think I forgot was to tell them it was an eggshell finish, and this is a little bit more satin, but once I apply my decals later in this video, you won't be able to tell. And I'm just going to repeat the process on all of the other imperfections on this wall before we move on to the next step. While the paint is drying, I decided to start on the cat scratch post by wrapping this jute rope twine around this wood board. I decided to go with a flat board other than using a round PVC pipe because this just seemed a lot more easier. I also had to stop and get Daniel to help me because this jute rope really hurt my hands after doing it repeatedly. And then once it was done, I used some staples to secure it to the back and just cut off the excess piece. Initially, I thought it'd be a good idea to hang it in this corner of the wall so he could climb up it and go down the staggered shelves, but then I just realized it was way too flat on the wall, and most likely he wouldn't climb it because he couldn't really grip onto it as well as he would if it was off of the wall. So instead I decided to remove it from the wall and then mount it directly onto the shelves. This way it just makes more sense this way. He can scratch on it from the back and the front and climb up it if he wants to. So I just mounted that by creating some pilot holes in the wood and into the shelves. And I used some long screws to connect them to the top and the bottom shelf. The middle two shelves did not connect, which was still completely fine because once this was on, it was very secure. And as you see, Cleo's just starting to get a little hang of it. If you have cats, you definitely know they take so long to get used to something. They're very finicky and suspicious of everything. So definitely wanted to get him in the motion of just using the shelves and the wall. So I started to feed him up there just to get him used to it. But now I have to add the design element, and that is these wall decal stickers from the Target dollar section. They don't sell them anymore, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna come back pretty soon in the spring and summer, and it just creates this really pretty terrazzo accent wall. I've used this in my bathroom makeover as well, and it's just a really easy way to make over a wall without damaging it as a renter. Here is our attempt of trying to get him to climb the cat scratch post all the way to the top. He's still working at it. He has done it previously. I just haven't caught him on camera doing it, but it takes him a while to really get used to it. I guess he's kind of scared. I'm not sure why he doesn't do it comfortably. I wonder if I use the round PVC pipe instead, if that would have made a difference and he would climb it more often, but I'm still happy with my design. And now I'm going to add some plants to give it a little bit more life. Right now you'll see me hanging some faux plants. That's just temporary until I get real plants. I just haven't been to the store to get real plants, but I definitely will be replacing them with real live plants that are cat friendly and pet safe. I'm also adding this cat scratch post in the corner that I've had for a while. It's just a regular carpet one, just something that he could also lounge on in this area, and his little basket of toys. And here is the final result, and I just absolutely love it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, but don't leave just yet. Go ahead and click this next one, and I will see you next time. Bye!